Yo, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What a roller coaster! What a roller coaster of football. That had to be the worst half of football we played this entire season. Like, I can't think of a worse 45 minutes than that first 45 minutes versus Chelsea today at Stamford Bridge. Now, don't let Chelsea fans come here and laugh at me. You're not laughing at nobody. This is a message to all the Chelsea fans out there. No copium at all. You guys played well. You guys did well for about 60 minutes. And then you bottled a 2-goal lead at home. Don't act like you guys were the much better team for the whole 90 minutes and we couldn't have squeaked the win out of that game. We played terrible and could have got out of there with all 3 points potentially. Now, you could call that whatever you want, but that's the hard reality. At the end of that game, you guys were holding on for the point, and we were pushing for that winner. Now, I'll give you this. Zinchenko, garbage today. Garbage. David Raya, garbage. A lot of these players were garbage today. Let's just go through some of them. First of all, you have David Raya. What the hell was he doing on the Mudryk goal? Horrendous. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Zinchenko, he was getting absolutely bodied by Sterling for majority of the game. Thank God he got subbed off at halftime for Tomiyasu. And I seen him moping around, camera panning to him, looking like he's about to cry. I don't want this crybaby on my team if he's going to cry every time things don't go his way. He needs to wake the hell up. His defensive performances have been shocking, and today he was useless. He was useless. We needed him to help out in the midfield, especially with the fact that they went with Cole Palmer and Mudryk instead of Jackson. It gave them an extra body in the midfield, and what it was they outnumbered us. Defensively, they were solid. They stayed as a 4-4-2 basically in defense, and when they were attacking, they were pushing at least 4 guys forward with Sterling, Palmer, Mudryk, and Conor Gallagher. And Conor Gallagher, for me, was their best player on the day. He was outstanding. He was everywhere, defensively causing the most problems. He was Chelsea's best midfielder. Everyone was talking about Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. No, it was the guy, it was the captain. It was Conor Gallagher who was your best player on the day. And I'm going to give Chelsea their credit. Yes, you guys bottled the lead, but you know what? It was the game came down to this. The 2 goalkeepers had a mistake-a-thon. One guy is trying to outdo the other guy. Declan Rice's goal, the goalkeeper wasn't even in the net. He passed the ball to Declan Rice for the goal. We got life. Today, we caught life. We caught life from that. In the 77th minute, when Declan Rice scored that goal, I'm like, game's on. But why did it take until the 77th minute? Why did Mikel Arteta wait until the 68th minute to do substitutions? Even though he brought on Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu, Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard, he threw the kitchen sink at it. By the time he threw the kitchen sink at it, it was too late. You needed to make the Leandro Trossard and Kai Havertz substitution earlier. He made that substitution near the 80th minute. We could have done more if you made those substitutions earlier. Mikel Arteta, you have to be more proactive and less reactive. That is a fact. I am fuming with Martin Odegaard. I put my neck on the line for Martin Odegaard every single day. Martin Odegaard, you're my star. You're my captain. You're the main man. 24 passes the whole game. What the hell is that? What on earth is that? What is that? Martin Odegaard, you are the captain. You are the main man. These guys have an agenda where you keep having stinkers away from home. What was that away performance? What on earth was that away performance? I need Martin Odegaard to get his head out of the sand and wake the hell up. Away from home against big teams, these guys have an agenda against you. They say you never show up, and you're giving them exactly what they want. You're spoon feeding them the agenda. They're enjoying it. Hamza has a plate of rice ready to go for us to lose. My man Lewis is at the game. He's sending me messages. We're 2-0 up. What's wrong with these guys? Why is it when we're in a good position, we just beat Man City last week, we can't capitalize on it? Is it that we are too confident? Is it that Chelsea's actually better than we think they are, or a combination of the two? I am disappointed in the overall performance. I am disappointed in the midfield performance from the likes of Martin Odegaard. The attack non-existent for majority of the game. We're lucky that Bukayo Saka even got that pass to the back post to get the draw. And overall, I am fuming with a lot of these individuals, but no more than Martin Odegaard, because I put my neck on that line for that guy consistently, and he had one of the worst games this season. And on the guy who we were laughing about, Conor Gallagher to Odegaard. Conor Gallagher outplayed Martin Odegaard today. And it is embarrassing. It is honestly, it's embarrassing. We can make jokes about the goalkeepers. We're going to talk about that in a second. But this might be copium. But I thought Cole Palmer shouldn't have been on the pitch. We're going to talk about that in a second. But hey, we got a lot of messages. Of course, I can see a lot of you guys are laughing or you're upset, but I'm clearly upset. I thought that was a disappointing performance, but we try to move on. We take the point, because at the end of the day, when we were 2-0 down, some people probably thought we weren't even going to get a point. So we got to take the point, but hey, I'm disappointed. And Zinchenko, I'm pissed at Zinchenko. I'm pissed at Martin Odegaard. And I'm pissed at Arteta, but maybe my smoke is not for Arteta as much. You heard all of that. What do you got to say, bro?
I've been saying it all season. There's something categorically wrong with this team. There is just something. I can't put my finger on it. And a lot of people wanted to criticize, saying I'm being too negative, I'm being too harsh. But there's something seriously wrong with this team. And I for the life of me, I'm trying to figure it out. Because this isn't the first poor performance we've had. Spurs, Lens, Fulham, all right, City was always going to be a tough game. We won that at the end, but that's the acceptable game. Even against Man United, we weren't great. So the reality is, I can take. Look, I've always said it. I can take a slow start. I can take. We're not going to be beating teams 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. I get all of that. I'm not sitting here and saying we need to go week in, week out, pamming these teams, but don't get dominated. Don't get outworked. Don't get nullified. And I'm going to be honest with you, I vouched for Odegaard to come in. I vouched for him over James Maddison. I took a lot of stick for it. But right now, I can't defend him either. Again, he's gone missing. Man City, he was missing. Today, he's missing. I can't defend this team. I don't look. People are going to sit here, ride home about, oh, but we got a point. Oh, we got a point. We got a draw. Oh, we were 2-0 down. I don't care. Why were we 2-0 down? Why were we so flipping awful? The reality is, right, and look, people can say I'm being reactionary. People can say I genuinely am questioning whether we can win anything this season. Because I just don't see this team wanting to capitalize on enough opportunities. You beat Man City, and then you want to do this. Tell me, where have we seen this team win? Where have we seen this team show a little bit of bottle, a little bit of a know-how of winning? Europa League bottled it, Carabao Cup bottled it, FA Cup we bottled it. This time, right, we finally took an advantage on Man City. And we had 8 points on them last season, and we still couldn't deliver the league. And now they think, okay, we took a 2-point, cool, let's just at least keep that momentum going. Let's at least show the fans after the international break what we're about. We finally seen Jesus, Saka, Martinelli. We finally seen, Odegaard, okay, Partey wasn't there. But we finally started to see, I'd say, 10 of our starting players. But for me, it should be Ramsdale, but, whatever, the manager wants Raya. And we still looked clueless. We can sit here blaming Jorginho, saying, oh, he shouldn't have started. I don't care. You chose to keep this player. You chose to keep this player in the club. You chose to keep him, and you wanted to start him. So, yeah, I'm going to trust your decision. What did he do? Nothing. Oh, you're on mute, by the way. Oh, let me unmute you. All right.
Was Jorginho the worst player on the pitch? No. Far
No,
from it.
but it's not even about that, because people are sitting there saying, why did Jorginho start? That's a question mark on the timeline. And I'm just saying,
Why did he
regardless
not
of whether
sub him
he was
off?
good or bad, but regardless of whether he was good or bad, the man, like, we can't be questioning Jorginho, oh, why didn't Thomas Partey start? Because the reality is, no matter who starts, this manager chose to keep them, so they should be performing. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm sick and tired, right? And I'm not going to accept this BS from this team anymore. This club has to be held accountable. We've had 4 seasons of trusting the process. Now you must deliver. If there's no league title and there's no Champions League, FA, they need to win FA Cup and Carabao Cup for it to be even somewhat be like, okay, I'll give you another season. Or they have to deliver on the Premier League or the Champions League. I am not accepting one.
Okay, let's talk about some of these goals. First, what do you think of the penalty? Because before the penalty, I thought Cole Palmer should have been sent off. Did you see this incident here where he stepped on Gabriel Jesus in the 7th minute? Because I know we have to go talk about some of these things. We're gonna stay on topic as much as possible, but this was annoying. This right here was annoying. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. Like, I thought for a second he was going to get a second yellow. He was already on 1 yellow before then. He didn't get the second yellow, if I'm not mistaken. Cole Palmer got a yellow in the 8th minute. He should have got a second yellow.
I mean, at this point, I don't even care whether he gets sent off or he doesn't get sent off. The penalty was a penalty. The red card, it's not clear and obvious red card, so the referee didn't technically make a mistake. So if we're going off the laws of the book, it's fine, whatever.
Second, let me find it.
I'm not blaming any of that. So look.
So the ball hits Mudryk's head, right? Is it Mudryk? And then it hits Saliba's hand. Saliba's hand is directly in a. You know what? You can't really do nothing about this, but the rules are being consistent. That's all you can ask for. But right now, let's be honest, it doesn't make sense. It's so close to his head. Like, if the ball doesn't hit his head, it doesn't hit his hand.
No, I hear that, but they can't do anything about it this season. They can't change the law this season, because then Everton have been.
I think it's harsh. I think it's harsh, but we have to move on and understand that this is part of the game. There's nothing we can do.
It's the rules. There's nothing harsh about it. If the rules are the rules. If this is what I'm going to say, right? Like, we get onto the referees every single week. Why don't the clubs do anything about it? Why don't they come out and actually say something? Because I'm sick and tired of it. We can talk about it till the cows come home. We have no influence over any of this. When the Liverpool situation happened, when Klopp wanted to speak out, more clubs and more managers should have spoken out with him. But they decided to be pussios and not say nothing. So accept it. You guys are the part of the reason why these rules and the refereeing and the officiating of this country is the way it is. I'm not blaming them. They are shit at their jobs. We've accepted that. This is a penalty by the laws of the book. If the clubs have got a problem with it, come band together and actually change the rules. Because there's no point arguing about whether it's harsh, whether it's this. It's a penalty, plain and simple.
All right, let's move on to some of the other talking points. We got to talk about this Mudryk goal. What the hell was happening there? Like, I can find another picture for you, but what on earth happened with that goal with Mudryk? Because I still don't get it.
Raya is shit. Raya is shit. I don't care. I'm not even going to rate this guy. This guy is awful. I thought his distribution's meant to be better. I thought he was meant to be a better shot stopper. The guy showed none of that. Every pass was somewhere.
Bro, don't you feel like you're being harsh?
All right, you tell me what's changed. Actually, what's changed is we're drawing and losing these games.
Bro, it's a lucky cross that went in.
Don't forget this goal. I'm talking about Raya in general. The guy's crap. The guy is awful.
We still have Ramsdale. Ramsdale can play.
Thank God it's a loan. We could just put him back to Brentford.
Bro,
just give him back to January.
The loan was always this situation where it's like one guy can play, the other guy can be on the other guy. If one guy takes the spot and he becomes the number one, then he takes it and we sell Ramsdale.
Right, I don't care. Just take him back and now. Don't even wait till January. Just say, hey, we've had enough. I don't even want to see this guy in an Arsenal top. He's not an upgrade. He does nothing better. He's not actually. We've regressed because the 2 wins that we've had with Ramsdale, we've not won this season. We lost. We drew to Spurs and we drew to Chelsea. Guess what? Ramsdale won us both those games. Just simple as. The guy's awful, man.
Cucurella was solid. I'll give them that. Cucurella was good.
You know what? Chelsea are magnificent. Let's be real. They outschooled us. They beat us in every single facet of the game.
But what was Raya doing in this situation? Was it a lucky cross, or do you think he was just an idiot?
He's an idiot. Look at where he is. Like, you're giving the player an opportunity to actually score. The reality is, look, he should have done better, or he couldn't save it. I don't care. He's awful. Regardless of this goal going in, I don't want him starting.
Luckily, we have another goalkeeper who's class.
Well, I hope he wants to play. Because now Arteta can't cry if Ramsdale comes back and goes, nah, I ain't playing. I really do hope he wants to play. Because that's the situation.
He's not going to just sit there and say, I don't want to play.
He can.
He's not going to do that.
Why not? If you've been disrespected like that, I'll tell him to hold it as well. I don't blame Ramsdale if he comes back.
You're a professional.
So, well, how is it unprofessional? The man bought us to. He is the reason why we're in these situations.
He's got some guys saying no chance. He's not coming out.
Then we're fucked, aren't we? We're not winning nothing.
We'll talk about that in a second. What about Declan Rice's goal? Sanchez passes the ball to Rice. Rice strikes it. And as you can see, this is where he is when the ball goes into the back of the net.
Yay! Well done. Yay! Fucking well done to you. Well done, Rice. Yes. Well, yay. I don't care. Well done.
You're right.
Where were you in the first half? Why could you not do that in the first half? Could you not have done anything in that first half to influence the game? Well done. The goalkeeper open goal, I could have done that. I could have got a 5-year-old kid to do that for him. I don't care. Good for him. Nice.
You're not capping. So so no excitement, nothing at all.
I didn't celebrate neither goal. I'll be fully honest with you. I did not celebrate either goal. Because the reality is, right, for me, do you know what it is? Look, I can, even if we lost.
Do you not think we were going to try to come back and win this game?
I'll be honest, as the game went on, I was losing hope. Because I thought, you know what, Arteta, I'll be honest with you, this season, yeah, I was actually quite happy with Arteta because he was making halftime substitutions. He was trying to be a little bit more ruthless with his in-game management. He was trying to make positive impacts and actually not be reactive. He was actually been very proactive. But this time, all we saw was Tomiyasu. Let's be real. Regardless of whether we blame Jorginho or we think we knew Partey had to come on to just to bring a bit of calmness into the team, you know, just to kind of bring a bit of a better flow, or maybe even Havertz just to change the dynamic up. But we saw neither of that until it was too late. Because the reality was the best we were going to ever do was a draw by the time they got into those situations to make the substitutions.
Okay. We're gonna have to talk about this captain. Has anyone seen Martin Odegaard? On a serious note.
I know you got a super chat, so I don't know if you want to read that.
I'll read that first. How about that? If we want to play, he's a professional. He's getting paid, bro. Yeah.
Okay, that's on the Ramsdale point. Yeah. Regardless, we've seen. But we've seen.
By the way, the reason why Ramsdale was not in the game. Anyone who doesn't know, congratulations to his wife and him. They've just given birth to a baby boy, so that's why he wasn't in the game at all. He wasn't even on the bench.
No, listen, Jerome. I've been propping Havertz up, but he didn't play today. He barely got a chance to play. So what can I say about him? He actually came on and did something positive. Anyways,
big up Jerome for the super chat, man. Big up Jerome.
Yeah,
for
big
the
up.
super chat, my guy. Best way to help out the channel, guys, is of course to hit that like button. As we do currently have 57 of you guys in the video. Please do hit that like button. Any Chelsea fans, let me know what you guys think. Any Arsenal fans, let me know what you guys think. And of course, I'll try to get to your comments in a second. First, we got to talk about some of these guys. So we got to talk about the captain. Bro, how many times do I defend this guy? How many times do I defend this guy? And I was even on the football terrace with Alex the other day, and he was saying Conor Gallagher is better than Odegaard, or Conor Gallagher over Odegaard. That midfield is a 2-0 Chelsea win. And you know what? They were up 2-0 at a certain point. They were doing well. And Conor Gallagher was their best midfielder. Odegaard, on the other hand, what was their tactic to get rid of Odegaard? He didn't get too many passes. He didn't get too many. How many touches did he have throughout the game? Like, he had a total of 35 touches. He wasn't even dispossessed many times. Like, defensive actions, he wasn't really doing much. No real impact in the game. He created 2 chances. I don't even know where those chances came from. I felt like I was watching 70 minutes of the game and he was just not on the pitch. Like, I can't remember too many actions where he was involved in the game. And that's partly maybe on Arteta's tactics and another part on him, because I seen Declan Rice calling for the ball every time. I seen Jorginho showing himself for the ball every time. I seen Bukayo Saka, Martinelli making themselves available for the ball 90% of the time. Where was Martin Odegaard today? It was annoying. It was disappointing. And for our captain, our best player, one of our highest paid players now in the team, to perform like this away from home in the London derby is shocking. I think he was probably, after Raya and Zinchenko, the 3rd worst player on the pitch.
You know what it is, right? And I don't get how people take this, but it's the hardest player for me to criticize because I propped this guy to come into the club before when we were having those conversations about James Maddison. And I'll be real, like, it's harder to defend because it's the Man City game, and then he comes into this game and he hasn't really influenced it. Like, he is the captain, and this is part of the reason why I keep saying I don't know what it is, but this team doesn't feel the same as last season. I don't know if it's not even a lack of belief because we have come back, we have scored those last-minute goals, but there does seem to be something in Zinchenko and Odegaard this season that the passion, the ability to drive this team forward doesn't seem to be there. Because if he hadn't, I'll be honest with you, the substitution of Odegaard won us the game. If he didn't come off the pitch, we lose. And that's saying something about your captain, that why couldn't he do it? Because ESR came on and there was a bit of a spark, there was a bit of energy.
Havertz came on for Odegaard.
ESR came on like before though, innit? So like what I'm saying is like ESR, Kai Havertz coming on kind of caused that spark. Obviously Trossard scoring the goal, but it was the energy of those like sort of Kai Havertz and, you know, ESR coming on.
Annoyed the life out of me, bro.
Yeah. Bro, the guy did nothing. Bro, the thing is, I didn't even get annoyed because he didn't do anything. He wasn't doing anything.
Okay, let's go to the next.
I can't even remember one pass he made.
Saliba. Did he have a poor game? He gave away the penalty. The rest of the game, I thought he did his job well. Like,
yeah.
Am I being critical if I say Saliba had an off day?
I wouldn't say. I mean, other than it's unfortunate to some degree on his behalf that that was a penalty. But if I'm being real, after that he didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not going to sit there and say he had an off day.
Arteta definitely had an off day.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was.
And he's been having a lot of these. Why is it today was Unai Emery-esque? The performance in the first half, similar to how Unai Emery's teams used to be. The performance in the second half, when he changes and does things and he's reactive, it works. He needs to be more proactive. I like the fact that he changed Tomiyasu, and we're going to talk about Zinchenko in a second. But I like the fact he changed Tomiyasu. I need Tomiyasu starting against these bigger teams. I don't need Zinchenko. He does
the inverted role better as well. Have you realized that?
Yeah, Tomiyasu's starting for me, and I can't wait for Timber to come back. Personally, for me, I think Zinchenko might be on chopping block. He could be good against the smaller teams, but against teams that have actually threatening wingers or former Man City players, like Man City away, if Zinchenko's even on the pitch, we've lost. Liverpool away, Zinchenko can't even be on the pitch.
Nope. Not even against Newcastle. He can't be against Sevilla. I don't want to see him.
I back Arteta. You back Arteta. He cannot.
Yeah, I'm still not Arteta out.
He cannot die on the sword of players who are letting him down. Players need to play on merit. That's it.
And I feel like that's the biggest problem, and probably one of the last two things he needs to iron out in his game is being ruthless with his players.
I need to, Jerome.
So what I mean by that is sort of the Odegaards, the Bukayo Sakas, the Martinellis. He needs to kind of cut out the loyalty to them. for his own good, and actually for their own good as well, because Odegaard should not have been on there for 75 minutes or whatever it was, like 70 minutes that he was on there for. He should have come off a lot earlier, and that could have swung it a lot earlier for us and to potentially go on to win this game. The likes of, like, for example, the Zinchenko one, perfect, you did it. Jesus had a horrible game. He should have come off earlier. Trossard should have come on a lot earlier than that to make an impact. So once he irons out those few things, I do think he's a brilliant, brilliant coach, and he can be a brilliant manager, but it's just his loyalty to players, or selected players, should I say, is what's going to harm him in the long run, because he needs to identify in-game when a player isn't performing and needs to come off. And once he does that, and he can judge a game by its game and not by merit of, like, okay, what did they do last season? That's when he'll start to click, and that's when we can start winning league titles. But right now, until he doesn't change that, I don't know how far we can go in certain competitions, in my opinion.
Okay, let's get into some of these other talking points. I feel like we kind of spent that one talking about Zinchenko right there. I'm gonna get onto Zinchenko in a second. Did we show character, mentality, fight? What do you think? Hamza doing it random. Hamza random.
Did we show mentality?
Oh wait, by the way, this is Zinchenko during the game. They're panning to him.
Yeah, good. I mean, he can sit all angry if he wants.
I think he's extremely annoying.
Yeah, man, he's annoying. The guy, all he is a political propaganda machine. That's all he is. I don't even care, man. We can sell him, we can keep him. I don't really care.
That's more the political side now. Let's be honest.
He's just annoying, though.
Can we talk about this though? It shows character, mentality to get back into the game. 2-0 down, our heads didn't drop. We could have potentially scraped a win if we had more time. Is this copium, or do you feel like momentum was on our side and we could have got a winner if we had like maybe 10 more minutes?
I mean, you can't say it's not character. You can't say there's not that mentality. But the question comes to, for me, is we've got a shocking mentality if that's the case. Because we shouldn't be in a situation where we need to be chasing games constantly. We shouldn't be this, we won in the 90th minute against Man United. We shouldn't be that team. There should be a level of us to show that mentality earlier in the game, not when we're 2-0 down, not when we're chasing games. This mentality should be there from minute one. So, yes, we can say it's a good mentality. Yes, we can say, yes, the team had that belief. But that belief should have come from minute one, not from minute 75. And that's just how I feel about it. Like, I'm not going to rate the mentality. I'm not going to rate these players for coming back, because they shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with.
Okay, you're going to laugh. You know what inspired Declan Rice to take that shot? David Beckham's documentary. David Beckham's documentary is the reason why he took the shot from that distance. He's like, everyone's talking about David Beckham's documentary. I watched the first time last night, and he admitted post-match, first couple chips of the game against were from halfway line, and he took it belief. And he's like, I don't want to hear this story after this draw points. But hey, yeah, that's funny.
So David Beckham magically inspired David Raya to leave an open goal. Fair enough, Declan Rice. Fair enough. It's not the fact the keeper was in there.
Yeah. Mikel Arteta praises our never give up mentality. What? Where is it? Where did he say that? Where did he say that? He said that here. Where is it? Never give up mentality. Here. Oh man. We have now scored 5 goals this season via players who came on as substitutes in the second. Only Brighton in the division, with Leo becoming the first gunner to score his 3 goals in the club coming off the bench, I guess. Mikel, once again, comes down to his mentality. Oh, so he's crediting Leo's mentality, not the team.
Yeah, I think it's more,
Yeah, he's crediting Leandro Trossard, not the whole team. Because I was going to say, if he's crediting the whole team for that, that's kind of poor. That's a poor mentality. And then finally, there's this report here. Let's be honest. Even the second goal was shit.
No, I'll give them the second goal.
What was Sanchez doing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Sanchez was but I'll be honest, the ball was good.
Sanchez is trash.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only two things that we had in common today. Two crap
Sanchez is trash. Anyways, this is what Arsenal website said. We already spoke about Palmer. Poor start to the game. Bro, we know. They spoke about Mudryk's goal. Bro, Conor Gallagher could have scored a goal in the first half himself. A quick comeback. That was not a quick comeback. It felt like it took forever for us to score the goal. And then they start speaking about the facts that we're undefeated. Now, Souls, this is the time of the stream where I piss people off. Positives. Undefeated in the league. Still top of the league, tied with points with Man City. Still can go win this game. But what are we going to do?
Fair enough. I mean, you've got positives. I can't give any. The stream won't end if you ask me to give one.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was a great goal. I'm not going to lie. It was a great cross and it was a good goal. Like, I will give him that.
No, I'm just saying Sanchez was very close to the chance. He could have done better.
Oh yeah, 100%. But no, I'm not going to take that away from.
I was just saying from that image, it makes Sanchez look shit.
He's not great.
He will deflect, but bet you he will throw Egal under the bus to avoid getting cooked himself. Who? Oh, he's talking about someone in the chat. What is he saying? No, you know what? It is what it is. At the end of the day, let me be honest with all the Chelsea fans and Arsenal fans in the chat. Arsenal were not good today. Chelsea were the better team. We got out of there with a point. We take the point and we leave. I'm not happy with the point. In the grand scheme of trying to win the league, Gunnar Souls, where does this leave us?
It leaves us to get back on the training pitch, like right now. Don't go home. Get on the training pitch and fix what you need to. Because the reality is, right, we don't have to be our best. That's not what we're asking for. But we can't be getting outworked, outdone, dominated by teams constantly against, especially the closer title rivals. So,
yeah, wait, why are they ahead of us? Because of 1 goal or 2 goal difference?
Yeah, they've got a goal difference.
And Tottenham haven't played yet? Yeah.
Yeah, Tottenham haven't played. They play tomorrow. They're the only game tomorrow.
What's going on in the Manchester game? 1-1. Interesting. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just
deflated, man.
I'm looking at this result here, and I'm saying to myself, we have 3 draws. Pointless draw to Fulham. The draw to Tottenham, which was poor, and the draw to Chelsea. We've still gone undefeated.
Right? The Fulham and the Spurs one hurt more.
We're still undefeated. We're the second best defense in the league. We have 18 goals, which kind of catches me off guard. I thought we've been poor offensively, and we still have 18 goals. If we can just improve our attack, I feel like this team is still cooking.
Yeah, we need Victor Osimhen in January.
We need something, because Mikel Arteta, with the decision making these guys are making, they're not taking I'm not gonna blow up on ODEGAARD again, but bro, he can't be our talisman and do performances like that. We get a lot of people for those kind of performances. That was such a bad performance from him. Okay, time for the player ratings, and I feel like this is going to be extremely harsh today.
Oh, it will be. Not even harsh, it'll be real.
Today, guys are getting crucified. And the first guy is none other than the goalkeeper. Does he gets a 2? 1 for showing up, and another one for catching crosses?
He missed a cross.
Okay, give him a 1. I want to know, what do we give Raya for today's performance?
I mean,
What do we give David Raya?
it's nice to even rate him. I'll give I'll give him a 1 for turning up.
1. I'm gonna give him a 1. We give David Raya a 1. Benjamin White.
He wasn't shit, but he wasn't good.
Besides the yellow card, I don't really notice what he's done negative in the game or positive in the game. I'll give him a 5. I think he escapes criticism today.
I'd say like a 3, 4. Like, he wasn't terrible. He just didn't do much. He didn't inspire anything.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to split screen it this way so you guys can see it. What we're talking about. Where is it? 1. There we go. Okay. You know what? Is it better this way or is it better this way?
No, that's fine because then.
Is it better
yeah,
this way?
Yeah, that's fine as well.
Better this way.
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Raya, he's gonna get a 1. We move it now to Ben White. Ben White is getting a 5. Simple. Just keep it moving, guys. Let's not stay on this for too long. I feel like we're already stressed as it is. Saliba gave away a penalty. He wasn't better than Ben White. Overall performance not too bad. 4. I think that's fair.
Yeah. All right. I can deal with that.
Okay. We're quick firing these. Gabriel Magalhaes, similar to Ben White, unlike Saliba, he didn't give away a penalty. I think he's a 5.
Yeah, he did his job. Nothing that he did wrong.
Zinchenko, he's this close to me starting to talk about sell his ass.
I prefer not to speak.
Okay. I personally think I'm harsh on Zinchenko right now, but the guy got hooked at halftime. He got hooked at halftime for a reason. Somebody in the chat said what I was thinking. I'm not going to say that. What do you call it? If you can delete that for me.
Can I delete? I don't know how to.
Declan Rice. Probably one of our best midfielders on the day. I'll give him a 7. What you said?
So I can't give anyone a 7. I can't do that. The highest I can give is a 5 this game.
We meet in the middle, 6. He did score a goal, got us back in the game. 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think Jorginho deserves a 5. I think people are on his case too much.
Jorginho was fine, man. Jorginho was calm. Like he wasn't an issue today.
Yeah, people are making him a scapegoat.
I'll be honest, he wasn't an issue. Like I didn't see it. No, there was nothing good, but there was nothing bad. He was just there.
Yeah. Which is why the Jorginho thing is a lot of people are just hating.
Because Jorginho, it's like everyone wanted Thomas Partey.
Skills is saying Jorginho out. We got a 2 for Jorginho. Like, come on, guys. Offered nothing. If I tell you guys, Jorginho is probably the person who had the most touches out of all our midfielders. Jorginho had 75 touches. The man had 15 passes into the final third. He was 5 for 5 for long passes. He won 7 duels, 6 ground duels, 1 aerial duel. He lost only 3 duels the whole day. He was fouled 3 times, won us the possession high up the pitch, and he even created 1 chance. He was not the problem. The problem was Martin Odegaard in the whole entire game had half of his touches. Martin Odegaard created 2 chances, but defensive actions had 1 interception and 1 recovery. That's it.
I'd still give like Jorginho like a 4.
In example, Martinelli, who's a winger, had 19 more touches. Sorry, not 19. He had 10 more. He had 13 more touches than Martin Odegaard, and he's a winger. He had 8 more passes completed than Martin Odegaard. I don't know what to say, bro. Martin Odegaard was disgustingly shocking today. But hey, well, who are we even on? We're on Declan Rice and Jorginho.
No, Jorginho.
Jorginho gets a 4, or 4 or 5. I'm not giving him lower than that.
Yeah, 4.
4. Keep it simple. Let me know if anyone wrote us anything in the chat.
I think people have moved to Odegaard now.
Guys, we're not ranking Martin Odegaard. I refuse.
I don't even think. I think even giving him a 1 is too nice right now.
0.5 for the 0.
Yeah, that's fine. If that we classify that.
This was his worst performance of the calendar year. Even from last season, I've not seen him this bad. Well, beyond his best today. Even they gave him a 4.5. They never give 4.5. Wow. Bukayo Saka somehow shithouses an assist. He gets a 5. 5. Martinelli,
You're better than me.
Martinelli was solid. I'll give him a 5.
Was he solid though?
Martinelli was good.
He was all right.
Let me tell you something. Martinelli, single-handedly, by himself, was an outlet. He continuously held onto the ball, held the possession, and continued to try to push the attack forward. When at times, Declan Rice and even Zinchenko and Jorginho would even push further up than him, he'd come back, win the ball back defensively.
All right. Maybe I'm just being emotional, but okay, yeah, 5.
Now, what on earth did Jesus do? Where was he?
He was just there, in it. I don't know what he actually did, though.
Allah!
It feels like you're going to rant again, okay. I want to hear this before I make a comment.
How many passes do you think he made the whole game? How many touches do you think he had?
I don't know about touches, but if I'm going off of passes, maybe 5.
No, you dissed him too much. He had 12 passes completed the whole game.
Oh, that's better than I thought. Fair enough, too.
He didn't
but
have
yeah, he was crap. He
didn't have a Lukaku game, but for a guy who is tucking into the midfield, for example, Cole Palmer was their false 9. You know how many touches Cole Palmer had? Cole Palmer had 35 touches.
Oh, 35, okay. And how many did Jesus have?
27.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying to myself, like, you can't be doing that. For example, Martinelli's on 38 passes or something like that. Saka's on like 28 passes. This guy is not even touching the ball this guy's not even touching the ball more than 30 times in the game. And that's our forward. He's not Haaland. He's not somebody who only touches the ball to score goals. How many of his chances were even shots? He took, what, 3 shots the whole game? And none of them on target, by the way.
Yeah, no, he was awful today. Like, normally where he carves his own opportunities.
I'm giving him a 3 because I feel like there's other bigger issues, and it's kind of scapegoating him if I put him lower.
It's not scapegoating him, but yeah, okay.
I'm going out after this, man. I'm not staying home.
It's annoying because the UFC's just finished, man. I wish it was a bit later.
Tomiyasu
was actually good when he came on.
5?
Yeah, I rate him.
I thought Emil Smith-Rowe thrown to the Wolves, give him a 4.
No, I think he was better than that. I think all the substitutions get a 5 for me.
5. Eddie Nketiah was not bad. 5.
No, he did his thing.
Havertz was pretty good when he came on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, all the substitutions for me get a 5.
Trossard scored the goals.
I'll give a 6. I'll give a 6 because I think he did.
Trossard came on and he's second man of the match candidate for me.
Yeah.
The man of the match is between Declan Rice or Trossard.
That's tough. I'd give it to Trossard. He inspired a comeback.
Okay. Where's the apology? I don't owe anybody an apology.
Oh no, he's saying skills. He's saying it to skills.
No. I'm just gonna say it to myself. I don't think I owe anybody an apology when I said a 2-0 win. I was very respectful, I felt, of Chelsea. I don't know about you, Souls. You were on the match preview with me. Was I not very respectful of Chelsea? And also, you see me on the terrace. Am I tripping to say their midfield was not like Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo bossed the game?
They did boss the like, they did dominate
Enzo
it,
Fernandez
but
hit.
not like oh my god, like what the
Bro,
hell?
did our midfield boss
crazy.
Amber City?
Did we? Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Same thing. They played through the wings. They did not
But,
actually.
but did we boss it over Man City's midfield? Yes. Well, we weren't like amazing. I think that's why
They had 3 players that played well. We had 2 players that played okay. Yeah, in the midfield, I felt like to say Caicedo and Enzo had this masterclass of a game is kind of like overstating the fact. Their game was won from other areas of the pitch, which was the right side of the pitch being really good.
But they did stop our midfield from doing what it normally does. So we do have
Oh,
to
they
give them
stopped
credit.
one player.
No, they stopped most of our midfield doing what they. Because even Rice didn't have like the 8 performance.
110% we needed Partey. Why Partey didn't play this game? He must be injured. He must be saving him for Sevilla.
No, I think because we've got Newcastle coming up very soon.
What? Rice done nothing.
I don't think he did a lot in the first half or like majority of the game.
I thought he
sparked into action like the last 30 minutes. I wouldn't say full game. He did much.
Okay, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go to Reading. I need to decompress. Big up to my guy Jerome for the super chat. Big up to all the people that have been watching the stream. I am very upset. I don't apologize to any Chelsea fans. You guys bottled a 2-goal lead. Don't forget that. We screwed up. We had our worst game of football, and we still somehow stole the point. We keep the point. We keep it moving. Love for the love. Skulls, I'll tell you this. For you, respect to you, bro. Respect to you. Because I feel like you guys played well, and I'll give you credit. But as a fan base, your fans are unbearable, bro. And they're acting like they won this game. You guys drew the game, and the reality is you guys bottled it just as much. We bottled it from the beginning, but you guys bottled it too. So don't act like this was a situation where it was one-sided. But yeah, anyways, thanks. At least you gave us some credit. I gave you guys some credit. I just feel like, yeah, we did bottle the league, but you guys bottled 2 points today. Big up. Anyways, we're gonna have yourselves 2 points dropped to Chelsea, 1 point gain for us. That's the reality. Anyways, have a good one, guys. We're out of here. Love for the love. You already know what it is. Gunner Souls, big up to you. And hopefully Manchester United lose. Ha ha.